Okay, hello everybody at home. My name's Kaz and this is Maddie. We're going to be making a little caterpillar today. So this craft activity is for under 5s, and Maddie's very kindly holding up the activity sheet that some of you might have got in the bag, which shows you how to make it. We're going to be releasing a craft every week, and like I said, this is the second week, and this goes out every Friday at 10 AM. So are we ready, Maddie?
Yeah, I'm ready to go for all my things.
So what you'll need for this is some coloured card. Now, I've done my little caterpillar orange and green, but Maddie might choose to do hers different colours. You can do whatever colour you like. You might even want to do each little part of your caterpillar a different colour, but that's totally up to you. Maddie's going for blue. Are you going for blue, Maddie?
Green and blue, I think.
Green and blue, good combination. So I think I'm gonna go for blue and red. So the first thing we need to do is to make these little shapes. I suppose they're a bit like sort of shape of a tunnel, really, or something like that. So you get yourself a pen. Any pen will do. I'm gonna fold my card over quite a few times, so I get quite a few shapes out of one piece. So there we go. So yeah, I did my, I would do your oval quite big because then it gives you quite a lot of space to do the fold to connect it, because when I made my little one beforehand, I didn't do enough space underneath, and as you can see, it's starting to come apart a little bit. So try and do your tunnel shape quite big. Okay. So get quite a few different colours. This caterpillar is going to be quite a few random colours, this one. I'm not going to go for alternate this time. And I'd say, well, when I did mine, I did about 12. But actually, if you had more time, I think the more pieces you can add, the better. At least 15 to make him nice and long, I think would work quite well.
And you guys can always pause the video whilst we're doing stuff. And if you want to take a bit longer with something, or you want to ask for a bit of help, you can always do that. Pause us, get on with it. And when you're ready to join us again, just press play and then we'll carry on from there with you.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Maddie. Okay, so I'm just cutting mine out. And remember, if you're a little one, you might want to get a grown-up to cut these out for you, especially if you've got quite a few sheets together, because it gets quite stiff and quite hard to cut. Okay, this is definitely going to be bigger than my other caterpillar I had, but caterpillars come in different sizes.
They do. What is the strangest caterpillar you've ever seen, Kaz?
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen a green and orange one, but you never know.
I've seen one yellow with black dots, and it was really hairy.
Oh, really?
It's very strange looking. Yeah, it's up in the Lake District.
Someone might know what that is. If you know what that is, let us know.
I'd be interested to see if anyone tries to recreate a real life caterpillar that they've seen out on one of their walks, or when they were doing some forest school, or just playing in their garden. We'd love to see that. Yeah.
So yeah, send us in your pictures of caterpillars you've seen and caterpillars you've made. That would be great. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces at the moment. I'm going to cut some orange ones out, so I've got a bit of every colour. So some of you, like Maddie showed you the worksheet. They came in the activity bags that we've given out, but there's not. You might not have one of those activity bags at home. So if you don't have a coloured card, I don't think it really matters, because you could always just colour your caterpillar in with felt tips, couldn't you? If you wanted to.
And then you could draw patterns on him as well, or her.
Yeah. Okay, so how are you doing, Maddie? Have you got all your shapes together yet?
I'm good. I'm just cutting out my last little lot of shapes, and then I'm nearly there.
Okay. So ideally, if you're not rushing, all your shapes should be the same size. Well, mine are a little bit out because I'm trying to be speedy. In fact, my orange ones are a lot smaller than my other ones. But yeah, when you do yours at home, like Maddie said, you can take your time and you can pause the video.
Also, what might be a good idea is to just draw one shape once, cut that out, and then go round it and trace round it to make all your shapes the same. Me and Kaz haven't done that this time, so we're going to have wobbly caterpillars. But if you wanted a really uniform caterpillar, you could always do that. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm pretty ready to go. How about you?
I am. There we go, ready to go.
Okay, so the next bit is basically putting your little caterpillar together. So you want to decide whether you're going to go alternate colours or if you're just going to pick random colours to do each one of the things. So you take one of your little ovals that well, it's not an oval, is it? Sort of tunnel shapes, and you just make a little fold on the bottom. So you've got like a little flap. I don't know if you can see that, people at home. Just a little flap, and that's going to be the bit you're going to glue, and basically you're going to get your next flap and do the same and stick it onto that flap and build and build and build and build till you get a long caterpillar. So this is where we're going to have to be speedy, and I'm going to have to try and not do what I did earlier and stick my caterpillar to the table.
Oh no!
Amateur mistake there. So yeah, I've just put my first 2 flaps on, and you can see I've stuck that flap to that flap.
Oh, that looks great.
Fold and attach, fold and attach. And it takes quite a while. So I'm gonna do a fair bit, but I won't do as long as I would if I was doing it at home on my own and we had lots of time. So, but like Maddie said, you can have it take as long as you like and make your caterpillar very, very long. And the nice thing about it is when you make them really long is that he is quite bendy, so you can get him to wobble around. And I guess you could do it in paper, couldn't you, if you didn't have any card? He might not stand up quite so well, but it would still work.
So while you're doing this, you can also start thinking of names for your caterpillar, what your caterpillar might eat, where he lives. You can always write us a little, when you send us your photos in, you can write us a little story to tell us all about the caterpillar that you created and who they are.
Okay, has your caterpillar got a name, do you think, yet, Maddie? Has it got a name?
I'm going to go with Horatio. I like that name.
Horatio?
Horatio.
Horatio, oh wow.
Horatio the caterpillar.
Good name.
What's yours going to be called, Kaz?
I'm feeling a Dave coming over me for some reason.
I like it.
Dave the caterpillar. Don't know where that's from. Okay. So as you don't know if you can see, we're just adding, building. And some of mine need a good press down because they're starting to unstick already. I'm trying to do it a little bit too quickly, really. So keep adding. So you had a nice summer so far? Things a bit, it's nice and sunny outside today.
Are you going to go and spend some time in the sun after this, Kaz?
I think I will, yeah. I think I'll go out and check out the sunshine while it lasts.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah, remember we'll be doing one of these crafts each week, every Friday at 10. So there'll be another one next Friday. So don't forget to tune into that. Right, I've got another blue piece. I'm forgetting the order my colours are going in, but I don't suppose it matters.
You can also try and recreate famous caterpillars. So I've been sitting here trying to think of famous caterpillars. So there's the one in Alice in Wonderland that I can think of. And there's a very famous one, which is the very hungry caterpillar that I hope a lot of you know. So if anyone wants to make a very hungry caterpillar or an Alice in Wonderland caterpillar, that's something they could do as well.
Oh, I've picked two up together there. I thought that felt quite thick. Right. How are you getting on? Can I have a look at yours, Maddie?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. He's nearly there. I think he needs a couple more on his end. Quite a little one. But popping on a couple more, and then I think I might be ready to start decorating his face.
Okay. I'll do the same. I'll put 2 more on, I think, and then I'll move to the next bit. So your front to your caterpillar is going to be the bit where it bends backwards rather than the bit that's got the bit that bends forward on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't suppose it matters too much, really.
Got my last 2 to pop on, and then I think I'm ready, and I'm looking at some stickers with eyes on I'm excited to use.
Okay. So if I was doing that at home, I would spend a bit longer adding a few more, but I'm going to stop now like Maddie is doing. It's just going to be a shorter caterpillar than the one I made before. Okay, so now you've got your little bit, snap, there we go. We're going to put a little face on him, just like the one I did before. So again, you could use, I've got some sticky eyes. Again, for these, if you've got the packs, you might have these in them already. But if you don't have sticky eyes, you could always use the googly eyes, or just as good is drawing them on with felt tip pen. It really doesn't matter.
Which is what I think I might do this time.
You're going to go with felt tip? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use some of these sticker eyes. And this is when you start to have a bit of a personality, when you start to put the face on. Okay. And then I'm going to put my nose and my smiley face on with felt tip. You could, I guess, do your face one foot and do it before you stuck it on if you wanted to. So you could do it flat, which might be easier.
There we go. I've got my little Horace's face on.
Oh,
Horace or Horatio? One or the other.
Sweet.
There we go.
They are
lovely.
Okay, so the next bit is to do, like on the one I did before, is to do the little antennae. So you need to make those shapes in card again. So find a piece of card. Ideally use a bit that's sort of a cut off from something, save you breaking into another sheet. And draw your antennae shape. Which I suppose is a bit like the shape of a sock, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. Or a music note.
Yep. And then cut those out. And then we're going to stick those on just above his eyes on his face. There we go. Little bit of glue on each of those.
And stick that one on. And the other one.
So yeah, I suppose if you're doing the hungry pack caterpillar, you could always make the little bits of food, couldn't you, as well, to go with it that he eats along his way before he turns into a beautiful butterfly. Okay, I'm going to have a little bit of a clear up. So I'm done. That's my.
There you go. Me too.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah, they're great. I'm excited to see what everyone else looks like.
You can move around. Okay, so that's your little caterpillar. I hope you have fun making these at home. Like we said, we'd love to see your pictures. Send them in to us. And tune in next week when we'll have our next craft at 5 o'clock at 10. So we look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye. See you soon.